I never made a fucking call, made a call to Diddy, really? I got Diddy's number, just hit him up. Yo, Diddy, what up? Never happened.
It truly is about the Benjamin, as we see.
Oh yeah, he's literally.
It truly is about the Benjamin.
Well, now when we come back, we're gonna talk more with Puffy, and if you want to hang out, more than welcome to stick around, my brother. All right, we'll be right back.
I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago. He told me to take me shopping. I looked at him like, what the
50 Cent has formally revealed what could be the most unsettling information about Diddy's covert meetings to far. And it's not half-spoken statements or hazy delusions this time. It exposes the names, the regularity, and the unsettling consistency of celebrities' involvement in what is called freak-offs in an
I know you're not really tapped in, but what is it?
The last thing I saw was like a guy there. He was like, yo, he like pushed me into the truck. It really hurt. And he sounded like me. I was like, yo, look, I could find other things to do for money.
Did you see the video?
I could find other things to do for money. But I'm not sure I can say that for money.
How much is this guy trying to get?
I don't know. Like, if this is a simple suit situation, but it's like
20 mil, I can say it.
You still had to black his face out.
Yes.
You still had to mimic his voice because he's like,
But his voice wasn't even that different.
And that little deeper, I was like, almost like, no, that's you, young buck.
Yo,
I almost felt like it was I almost knew who it was. You know what I mean? I was like, nah, that's fucking true.
Yo, you can't say that dudes are having sex with other dudes, bro. I think that might come for you.
Yeah,
You know,
sweet
love, sweet love. Yes, you gotta say make sweet love.
That's young buck
breaking right there.
Make sweet love.
There's rules to rap beef now, bro.
Now people
Not in your
know.
day.
Well, I'm saying like, God, man, why is your homeboy so close to you when you come out of there? Look like you guys just made sweet love. I'm gonna say sweet love instead of anything that says.
That's to me, that's better because they're gonna try to make it something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was smart. Like I didn't think about that. I say things that are borderline. Like I'm like, oh my God, you're in trouble.
You?
Like all the time. Because I just say.
Nah, but you got close when he offered to take you shopping.
Yeah, you see, Amika's in the same shirt. He's out there in the same shirt. This is not shit. This is really I'm just saying. No, stop. Stop it, man. You set that up. Look, you set that up. This dude, he's in the same shirt.
What do you mean he's in the same shirt?
Obviously was not offended by what I was offended by. This is what I'm saying, bro. Nah, it was odd. Like, this is some of the things that people say. Like, girls, guys may say to a girl, let me take a shot. See?
Damn.
They found it that quick.
What do you think is happening in the middle?
I don't know what is going on.
Wow, they found Kendrick and Wifey.
You can't dress up Kendrick like that. Oh, you can't dress him up like that. That's like the White Chicks movie, bro. You can't do that.
Yeah, that was comedy. That was good.
Yeah, but that was,
away with White
that's
comedy.
obviously doing shopping. They got the same outfit.
Yeah,
It's true.
Yeah, that's a nice shirt. That was a nice shirt. All right, so when he said the shopping line in real life, what did you say?
I said, let me get away from him. Because it was like, he was like, yo, you hot now. We gotta hang out now. Like, hang out.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know, man. I take you shopping and I get you some flash and you can give me the hood shit. And I was looking and I was like, let me just move away from him because I'm gonna mess up the wedding. I always say to myself,
it was someone's wedding?
It was Chris Lighty's wedding. It's in Miami. Nori's there. Nori knows this because I looked at him like.
What began as rumors in the entertainment sector has now grown into a serious catastrophe. Thanks to 50 Cent's unwavering quest for the truth, he has described in detail the extent of celebrity involvement in Diddy's private gatherings in a number of public remarks, internet blogs, and now confirmed media footage. The comments is harsh and makes no attempt to save reputations. 50 Cent claims that numerous well-known figures in business, music, and entertainment were not the only ones who knew about these special, covert events. They appeared again and again. These appearances weren't random. As he explains, these were regular visits that were frequently planned with a thorough awareness of what the surroundings would be like. He has made direct accusations against these people for supporting a culture that prospered in secret, utilized power to remain anonymous, and took use of quiet for selfish ends. His message has a straightforward tone. There was no open industry secret about this. It was a deliberate system protected by personal allegiance, non-disclosure agreements, and frequently
He's like, yo, certain things they let it go by because it's fluff. Like they would look like he would say stuff, and it's like he wasn't like in the closet, he was like in the hallway. Now you see so much shit that you go, wait. No, this was visible.
He was in the hallway. We saw the video.
Yeah, you see a lot of shit. It comes out later. You're like, that's not the closet. That's the hallway. He didn't get my fuck. Like you can tell that he was already.
Nah, New Yorkers know. Because when Fab, he was like, yo, Fab, we ain't party. Fab was like, nah, we partying it out.
He's like, no, like, but he did party.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, they let that one go. Like, I had to say something about it later because I was like, oh, it was fair.
What does it feel like all these years? You being the only one calling this out?
I look like I've been the crazy guy for a long
They
time.
said you're a hater. They said
You're a
you're
hater.
crazy.
You do this, yeah. And now everybody's complaining. My ass is hurting. There's all this shit that's coming.
50, you can't make jokes about it.
No.
The internet might come for you, bro.
All I'm saying
It might come from you.
you see it now. All of these complaints. People were damn, they were and pillaged. This was what was going on. Right? And what do I get for the? I went through years of a hater. You're a hater. You want this and that. I'm just watching. Like, I look at things and go, when you see the new lawsuit coming with Jay, the part with Jay, I go, oh, shoot. Like, then I think about it, I go, that had to be there. So when I was saying that he was missing, he just wasn't actively being out there because they was dealing with that.
Wait, do you think there's truth to the Jay thing? There's no way.
Like that, look, you know what's like if you say, I have this thing where I'm conflicted when it takes you 20 years to remember something happened to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I go also 10 years, 20 years later, and it comes back, and it's like all of Puff's problems are coming from the ministers touching little boys.
What you mean?
The laws are the way they are because
Because
Because of the priests.
the priests touching little boys.
Oh. Why are we looking at me, bro? I just go to church. I just go to church, bro. I have nothing to do with this. I have an alibi.
That's why the laws allow you to go that far back.
Turn away from you right here. I'm just a Catholic kid. Why? You've been dead. No. What's the body of Christ taste like? It's sacrilegious. You can't do that.
He's like, yo, drink my blood.
So it is crazy when after 20 years they come out. That shit is foul.
But with Puffy, you were the only one saying anything for decades.
Yeah, because we had our own little thing.
But you were the only. Everybody
your
else
thing?
is scared.
Huh?
But everybody else is scared. So you think maybe this is a similar thing where everybody else is scared? I don't know what it is. I'm just
I
asking.
think that they're scared.
But if they're scared,
But
then maybe
you've
that's
been
why I'm saying it.
insinuating Jay-Z a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, you've been saying people gonna come for him a little bit.
No, I
kinda-
thought he would do funky stuff like the Super Bowl. Like it was not okay for me to be at the Super Bowl.
Oh, he tried to cut that.
Yeah, he didn't want me to. Well, they worked to make like there was an issue with me in the NFL that doesn't exist. And
So
then,
he did the corporate way of
Yes.
trying to keep you down. Oh, it's
doing
not me. It's not.
It's them. And then when M says he's not going to do it if I'm not there, then
Let's go.
Public personalities who have developed meticulously manicured personas, benefactors, role models, and social justice activists are among the names listed. 50 Cent claims that the private acts he is accusing are completely inconsistent with their public personas. He underlined the value of openness by saying, "This is not about destroying careers. This has to do with being honest. If your public persona is based on deception, that deception should be exposed for accountability, not retaliation. This most recent event is part of a pattern of heightened scrutiny of Diddy's behavior as accusations and legal actions mount. The claims from 50 Cent, however, are unique in that they do not single out Diddy as the only person to be concerned about. Rather, he presents him as a focal point of a larger network, one including media personalities, business people, and artists who reportedly took part in or assisted in keeping the secret. The reaction from the industry has been tense. A number of the celebrities mentioned in passing have either stopped speaking or started to distance themselves through legal representation.
I'm adjusting.
Right.
Yeah, you see me doing different things, television, to find my core audience again, and you watch.
It's a market price right now.
You have to change. You can't be the same artist.
You didn't have a number to call Madonna and say, "Hey, Madonna."
Send her a note.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that there's a 6 degrees of separation
Nah,
that you could have.
when you see things that like online, because that's really what it is. It's the photographs and stuff come through the feed,
Right.
And I go, what? Because she had like
because she did put it out
stuck
there.
under the bed, like the booty's up in the air, with the head stuck under the bed. At 63, grandma.
Yeah.
Come from under the bed, grandma.
Yeah. Grandma, are you stuck? Are you stuck? Hell yeah. Waiting for it to hit life alert. All kind of shit.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, I imagine, like, and I'm saying, to my imagination, I go, who's taking the picture? Like, is some kids taking the picture?
Yeah.
Lord of this?
Oh, man. Oh.
Hey,
So you put that out and she sees it.
Yeah.
Do you feel bad when she, it's like, oh, he's a bully, or do you ever feel bad?
I tell you the truth, like, I really was uncomfortable when she kind of jumped out there on the baby.
I mean, and I've been on social media. How long ago, like?
Or the baby said he made a mistake.
Oh, the baby. Okay.
He made a mistake. He said some things on stage.
Right.
And she jumped out there like she was going for the kill on him. You know what I'm saying? And I look, I'm going, I know the mistake. I know who they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Lil Durk, NBA Youngboy, the baby, they're all 50 Cent.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like I watch them, like those are the ones that I look at because I go, oh, I hope they can navigate themselves.
Right.
So they don't
Like,
fall.
I've seen this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like now you can stand in and make their way through it because
And now everything is, magnified and amplified now too.
it's different big. And you don't see, since the pandemic, when people do things, it's a little more blatant. It's the news. You look at the news and see it's a little more blatant like that. When they come like it's a movie now. It's not even like the murder.
You don't
is
worry
blatant.
about.
Like, no, you're going.
You don't worry about cancel culture, huh?
Huh? Why would you cancel things that are great for the culture?
Right.
Like, I mean, like, I was like canceled, like Monique. Why is she canceled?
Mm-hmm.
I had to revisit that because it was like, it didn't make sense to me, babe. I'm like, so what did she do? She said something you didn't like? So she didn't work for 13 years after that?
Right.
And then I know Tyler wouldn't support that. He never told nobody not to work with her.
Tyler Perry?
Yeah. When I talked to him, he was like, no, I never told no one not to work with her. And I said, but you Tyler Perry, and you never told anyone to
Work with her. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I never looked at it like that.
If we seen people that, like, oh, okay, Jay and Nas, they good. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, when you and Floyd are good, when do you get good with, it seems like when you go in, you totally done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought you and Floyd would never get back, but y'all kept saying, brother.
According to reports, media organizations are getting ready for a barrage of PR reactions. The ramifications of these disclosures extend beyond personal responsibility. Even if internal investigations within entertainment companies and talent agencies have already started, 50C is referring to a cultural problem: the acceptance of improper, immoral, and purportedly exploitative conduct under the pretense of influence, power, and exclusivity. The underlying message is apparent. Being silent was never neutral. It served as a tool. 50 Cent went on to say that this is just a start. It is anticipated that additional data will be made public, such as internal conversations, travel logs, and supporting witness statements. He said the following to end his most recent remark: the public has a right to know what's actually going on behind closed doors, who they are celebrating and who they are supporting. Rumors are no longer relevant here. There will be more documentation soon. As more identities might surface, the entertainment business is keeping a careful eye on the situation. Furthermore, given 50C's current level of credibility in this regard, a cultural reckoning might be unavoidable. This narrative is still being told, and its already significant impact might only be getting started. 50 Cent went into further detail. In his follow-up commentary, he went into more detail about how, in some circles, the normalization of these get-togethers became an implicit criterion for success. You appear because you desire that feature. You're hoping for that Grammy boost. You arrive. You're looking for those investing chances. You shake hands, smile, and pretend nothing is wrong. He referred to it as a system in which professional exile may be the consequence of challenging the culture, and silence was rewarded. He claimed that young artists were drawn in, frequently without realizing what they were getting themselves into. They also found it almost impossible to speak up once they were involved. There was too much at stake.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, I think I mentioned it one other time. It was a time where it seems like he was really trying to get back with her, and he had no shame. He was very, see, that's what was weird to me. It's like, it's almost like that Tupac situation that I hate talking about. But like, the cat that I encountered is nothing like the dude that you see publicly. Like, it's like a whole different thing. I'm seeing this vulnerable dude trying to get back with his lady. Mm-hmm. And there's no bravado, no toughness, no ego or whatever. And it's almost like in this world, it's like, I don't know, I feel like all my celebrity people that, not friends and just acquaintances, it's like, it's almost like there's a persona that they're playing this role publicly, but privately they're different people.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I interviewed, his ex-bodyguard, Roger Bonds. And he said that there were, like, I think multiple occasions where, Diddy would drag him to Kim Porter's house. They'd wait outside the house for like 6-7 hours. Just waiting outside the house. Like, it's a full-time job.
Right, yeah.
And like, Roger was like, yo, Puff, like, we're going to get arrested, like, for stalking. He's like, no, I pay the rent here. It's my place. They can't arrest me for stalking. And he's like, I know she's in there. I know she's in there. Knocking on the door, ring the doorbell, knocking on the window. No one shows up.
Yeah,
just waiting hour after hour. That's obsessive behavior.
Yeah, I feel like people don't really change much.
Yeah.
You're who you really are.
Yeah.
When it's like I see that so consistently that once you drop that persona, you're you. And then sometimes that persona can really screw you up real bad if you start buying into the image that you're projecting. That can screw you up. I'm sorry, I just don't see nobody who's got that ego or that persona thing who's happy, doing that for so long.
Yeah, it's funny. Roger was telling me about this one time, because 50's always kind of messed with Puffy. Like, he's always like joked about him and dissed him and whatever else. So this one time, Roger was telling me how they were going to like MTV, and 50 was there with Tony Yayo and like 10 guys from Queens, right? And Diddy like looked at Roger and said, yo, man, I'm going to punch 50 in the face.
Who said this?
Diddy.
Okay,
Diddy said he was going to punch
that.
50 Cent in the face. And Roger was like, yo, there's 10 of them. What? You saying you can't hold it down? I was like, there's 10 of them. What do you expect me to do? There's 10 of them. There's 2 of us. There's 10 of them. And, 50's crazy, Yayo's crazy, and a bunch of the guys with him look crazy. Like, this wasn't a bunch of like accountants and lawyers. It was like 10 street guys from Queens. He's like, yo, what do you expect is going to happen after you do that?
Well, I mean,
and so nothing happened. He just had a conversation with him without.
You're a rising star. A chateau in the hills extends an invitation to you. They tell you it's networking. However, as soon as you enter, you recognize that it's something different. But you're in it now. They took photos. They have video. They had power. Thus, you maintain your composure and act as though nothing is wrong. Systemic manipulation is suggested by the commentary, along with psychoprotection and grooming encased in wealth, influence, and professional potential. Institutions were not spared by 50 Cent either. He charged that media outlets, award shows, and record labels were complicit in maintaining the system, ignoring rumors and warning signs in order to maintain their reputations and make more money. He also spoke directly to the celebrities. He said some of them are now rushing to change their associations or assign blame. Being on the guest list when the cameras weren't rolling didn't bother you. You stayed silent, you posed, and you partied. All of a sudden, everyone has amnesia. His accusation that certain artists had previously received legal warnings and civil settlements related to these incidents was one of the more inflammatory ones. Settlements that are hidden by NDAs or private arbitration. He questioned the legal system itself, proposing a network of well-paid lawyers and public relations companies that put in extra hours to keep victims quiet and prevent any public admission of wrongdoing. His remark, "It's not just who was there, it's who they brought," was among the most eerie ones. That is what was accepted. That's what was disregarded. You can't unsee it once you realize it. Support and conjecture have proliferated on social media sites. A lot of admirers have started looking into interviews, red carpet appearances, and historical material where odd or inconsistent conduct might have suggested something more serious. Online groups are creating timelines, analyzing images, and posing the same queries that were previously dismissed as conspiracy theories. Legal teams for some of the more well-known individuals have responded.
Jay got it for the music. Jay got it for the music.
I'm saying shit you didn't see.
He deserved those.
I'm sitting there, he's like this, like Black excellence. They're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brought you like.
I hate you, man.
Unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you niggas this year. Yeah. Come on, bro.
That's crazy. He just looking at his watch during the whole Rock Nation, bro. Like, is it 3:30?
Yeah, it's almost time to get out. What the fuck is that? Yo, I feel like I'm normal again. Get me out of here.
Oh wow! So that's the Dealey sign, huh?
Yeah, that's the deal. Like, the other ones didn't count as much as that one did.
Oh, yeah, before I forget this, we talked about Jay. Proximity to Diddy. You don't think he knew anything? He's seemingly around Diddy.
I don't know. That was a real Silbert question.
Yeah, I know, right?
Proximity.
And the proximity.
Proximity. That's the SAT hit parade word. I had to learn that.
Do you think he fucking knew all of the shit that was going on? Yeah, that was like a...
I don't want to incriminate myself.
I know, but the way he said it,
like I said,
no matter how you answer that shit, you snitching.
Yeah, exactly.
You asked the question like a fan.
Hey, I grew up with white people, but the one thing I know is how to get a black guy in trouble.
You know what I mean? Yo, just give him the Happy Meal before you ask him to snitch, bro.
He said, damn, they wasn't even drinking.
Speaking of, how the hell you pronounce
Leishman-Dewa.
Okay.
It's the King's Path.
King's Path.
Leishman-Dewa.
Because I know Branson. That's what I pronounce it.
Branson. That's the Branson lifestyle. You're gonna be outside.
Smith, you're not worried that if you throw little and you don't throw out allegations, but like you kind of poke fun at them.
You just ask questions.
You're not worried that it comes back your way. Like people dig up your past and try to pull stuff up.
I don't got that shit in my past.
Everybody got a little bit.
I took a pill. But it was for me to perform better. For her to remember, buddy. I didn't fucking give her a drink so she forget what the fuck happened. What the fuck is going on here, bro? Yes, I took the drink. I gave me the fucking drug to perform. So she can remember and possibly love me for that.
Did it work?
What the fuck? Yo, bro, I'm doing pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm just saying, you said it's the opposite of normal shit that we're talking about, bro.
That is why. Well, I don't know why it's so hard for people
So
to
for
just
people to
acknowledge
feel like
shit is
you
weird.
would have something or you would have reserved energy because you feel like you was doing it too. This is people that are looking on separation between their hardships or their the things that they got going on that would be issues and what a celebrity's issues would be.
Wait, what is that?
They think all celebrities are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Right, and when you see, if I wasn't saying anything, guess what? You could safely say that a person on the outskirts that is not involved in hip-hop culture could think that everybody in hip-hop culture is with that shit.
Some call 50 Cent statements defamatory, while others argue that they are a personal grudge. However, the pattern becomes harder to overlook as more information becomes available. Additionally, the pressure on those who were previously thought to be untouchable to provide public answers is growing every day. In the meantime, advocacy organizations are starting to support the victims and those who may have been afraid to speak forward. 50 Cent has alluded to possible collaborations with transparency groups in order to guarantee protection for people who want to come forward. This is not a campaign of gossip. He clarified, it's an appeal for responsibility. He underlined that his remark is to end the cycle, shed light on what has long been hidden, and offer victims the assurance that someone with power is finally telling the truth. For too long, we allowed these individuals to operate the game without oversight. The truth must now take over what public relations cannot. When no one is looking, expose individuals for who they truly are. And there is no denying societal shift as the revelations keep coming to light. Entertainment is no longer passively consumed by fans. They're calling for openness, better standards, more thorough investigations, and actual repercussions are what they are requesting. The next round of revelations will be even more devastating. 50 Cent is already warned. He said, I haven't yet dropped the worst of it. It's best that you all buckle up. It's not over yet. This is only the first stage. The business might be facing a historic reckoning, if that turns out to be the case. One that has the potential to change how people think about corporate collusion, responsibility, and celebrity culture for years to come. The countdown to the next revelation has already started.